Hello dear traders, welcome to Insta TV. You're watching financial news with me, Anna Kasatkina. The US dollar is in a sleeping mode in the Asian trade amid a thin market during public holidays in Japan and China. Nevertheless, Asian currencies gain ground in light of better than expected data on China's industrial profits and optimism about the trade deal between the US and China. The dollar-yen pair is trading sideways at about 111.60. The US dollar came under pressure following exit polls in Spain as the ruling Socialist Party won the parliamentary elections with a wide margin. The greenback has been weighed down since Friday. The March reading for core US personal consumption expenditures alongside with a strong GDP invited dollar bears to the market. Investors are cautious about the US dollar awaiting the Fed's two-day policy meeting concluding on Wednesday. Japan's trading floors are closed for 10 days as the country is celebrating a few public holidays in a row. Thus, the Japanese yen is likely to make small fluctuations. Amid an empty economic calendar in Japan, traders are alert to a series of manufacturing surveys and a report on consumer confidence from the Eurozone. The Australian versus the US dollar pair pulled back on Friday following the US GDP data. Now the pair settled up at 0.7040 in the early Asian trade, having regained some losses. The Aussie is taking advantage of the US dollar's weakness and upbeat data from China. Profits at China's industrial firms surged 13.9% in March. The growth of the Australian versus the US dollar pair is capped by subdued risk sentiment. The yields of the US 10-year treasuries, which are viewed as a global risk barometer, tumbled by more than 3 basis points to 2.5% at the end of the last week. Today, traders focus on personal spending data from the US. Meanwhile, the US dollar index is extending a decline, heading for 98 points. On Friday, the index fell from nearly a 2-year peak, and it has shed 0.7% since then. Traders are braced for another turbulent week. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve will unveil its policy decisions. On Friday, the US is due to release data of crucial importance, non-farm payrolls for April. Besides, investors will take notice of other macroeconomic data and corporate reports. Keep track of the latest news on InstaForex TV channel. Stay tuned.